Hi, everybody. My name is Megan Moran, and I am the liaison between Educators Credit Union and EverFi. Educators has been partnering with EverFi for over 4 years, and they have been able to support over 150 elementary and high schools annually with financial education courses. I'm a former Milwaukee Public Schools teacher. I taught for 4.5 years and have been with EverFi for a year. And it's really exciting to me to still be able to support schools and districts across the state in using EverFi resources. Since 2016, over 25,000 students have participated in our financial education courses in the communities Educators Credit Union serves, through teachers leveraging the digital curriculum in classroom to empower their students with all the critical knowledge that they need to build a positive financial future. So today I'm going to take you through how to register for an EverFi account, how to set up your classes, and then I will also include some of my contact information in case you have questions in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So the first thing that you would do in order to set up an EverFi account is you're going to go to everfi.net. This is where you'll be able to register for the first time. So in order to register, I'm going to click this blue button in the right-hand corner. Here it asks me if I'm a student or a K-12 teacher, so I'm going to switch to teacher. I'm going to find my state, and I'm going to find my school. I'm going to put the school that I used to teach at, Milwaukee High School of the Arts here in Milwaukee, and then hit next. And then it's going to prompt me to enter all of my information. So I would go ahead and enter my school email address, create a password, and select a course. So in order to get started on one of our resources, I have to add one to my dashboard. So the Educators Credit Union courses are Venture, Vault, and EverFi Financial Literacy. So once I have signed in with my account, I will be able to play around in my teacher dashboard. So I am going to show you what that looks like. So this is the teacher dashboard here. I have four courses, that are added to my account at this point. The first one is Venture. Venture is our entrepreneurship resource. It teaches students about becoming an entrepreneur through a food truck simulation. This one's written for grades 7 through 10. The next one is Vault. Vault is brand new, revamped for the 2020 school year. It's written for grades 4 through 6. It teaches students how to make wise financial decisions. It injects SEL skills throughout. It teaches students the difference between a want and a need, how to make good purchasing choices, what is a budget, how do you create one, and how to save, and just really lay a foundation for a strong financial future. And then the other one that Educator sponsors for Wisconsin is EverFi Financial Literacy. So this is our high school financial literacy resource. This was newly revamped for the 2019-2020 school year. So it teaches students about modern concepts related to banking, related to budgeting and saving, how to work in a gig economy, what is mobile banking, and also how to, again, plan for their financial future. So the first thing that I would want to do once I have signed into my dashboard is make sure that I have all the classes I want to be able to use with my students. So up here where it says catalog, when you click on that, you'll see our full course resources. Everything here is broken out by subject area. You see Educators Credit Union sponsors these ones here. And this is how you add to your dashboard. In order to then set up a class, I would click Home. And let's say I want to set up a class for Venture. I'm going to click Create Class. I'm going to create a name for my class. I'm just going to call it Demo 2020, but I usually suggest that if you're using it with multiple sections, you should set up multiple classes. It just makes your reporting a little bit easier. It keeps all your data a little bit straighter. I'm going to choose my start date. This is really helpful for when we have conversations with educators about what teachers are using, when they plan to start using. That's just good information for them to know. What's my class size? Let's say I have between 15 and 45 kids, and I have 7th and 8th graders. So here I can actually add both of those. Right here, I'm confirming. I see that I'm creating a class for Venture. So I'm going to go to the upper right-hand corner and click Create. Now I'm going to receive a registration code here. I'm going to show you what that registration code, where you can always find it. So don't worry too much about writing this down right away and making sure that you can hold on to it. There is a place it always lives. So now I want to bring your attention to where it says courses, classes, students, and reports. I just set up a class, so it automatically brought me to the classes tab. This is where classes that I've created live, as well as that registration code. So I'm going to click registration code here, and this is where my registration code will always be. So I would suggest, you know, a lot of teachers will communicate this through their Google Classroom or their Canvas, whatever LMS you use. This is something that I would definitely post for students to find. And then I'm going to show you back in your home page, your dashboard, what the other two buttons are for here. So we just set up a class for Venture. Now you might be wondering, what is Venture? What even does it look like? What are students seeing? This View Course button, when you click on that, it will open you up to a new tab, and it will allow you to play through the course like a student. So you'll see exactly what they're seeing. You'll be able to answer the questions they'll be asked. You'll be able to play through the activities that they'll be playing through. The only difference here is that we do build accountability into our resources. So students have text on the screen, and it's read to them as well. There's a certain amount of text that they need to hear before they can click to the next page. This is just so that they can't click and be done within, you know, 2 minutes or whatever. So definitely check out what the course looks like here. You can do that with all of the courses. I would also check out this resources tab. This is where all of the good stuff lives. This is where all of our offline lesson plans exist. This is where curriculum guides exist. We have objectives already written. We have worksheets, we have rubrics. This is all turnkey and ready to go. And depending on the resource, how long it's been around, we have, you know, a lot of other good stuff too. So with EverFi, we've got answer keys, we have resources in Spanish, we have a discussion guide. So these are really helpful whether you're in person, hybrid, or online. These are great ways to kind of bring it all back full group. The next thing I want to show you is your reports tab. So this is how you will be able to see your student data. Now, a little bit of information about our resources. They are all student-led, meaning that they can work through them independently. They're all written in what we call modules. That just means different topics or lessons within the full course. Each one takes a different amount of time, and the students can pick up where they left off. It saves their progress as they work. So here I'm looking at my reports page for Venture. Now, what you see here is a spreadsheet that will eventually be filled out as students start working through it. There's no data available right now because there are no students yet, but you see that there's the 4 different topics or modules within Venture that are listed here. Over here, you will see student names and this details column all the way to the left. When you click on that, you will see pre-assessment data as well as timestamps and dates of when students worked through that module. Students need to receive a 70% or better to be considered certified, which is just our word for passing. And then there will be a certificate available for printing that you can pass out to students once they've finished. So right here is where you will see the post-assessment score for each of these modules. Students can retake a post-assessment as many times as they need to. You don't have to reset anything for them. They can just go back in on their own and retake it. I'm also going to show you a new feature for this year. If you go to courses, you will see this button here, interested in a virtual class engagement opportunity. Educators is and always has been super involved in the classroom. They love to interact with teachers and with students. And we obviously cannot do that in person this year. So we wanted to put this in place so that you could request a virtual visit to educators from a representative of Educators Credit Union. The last thing that I will show you is the support tab here. When you click on that, my information is always available. It'll say Megan Moran and it'll say my email address. So please use that. Email me whenever you have questions or need support. And then we also have up here the invite a teacher button. If you know of somebody else who you think might be interested in using EverFi resources, feel free to use that button, invite them. For every new teacher that signs up with an account and uses an EverFi resource, you will receive a $15 gift certificate from EverFi. So use that button. There's no limit to how many teachers you can invite. I am then just going to leave you with my contact information and where you can find more information yourself. So please follow me on Twitter at megtech4. I love to interact with teachers and districts in that way. My email address is mmoran@everfi.com, and you can call me at 708-846-2796 whenever you have questions. If you just want to kind of dig around on your own and see what's out there, feel free to go to everfi.com. We have one-pagers of all of our courses. We have blurbs about all of them, information that you can find there. So thank you so much, and let me know what questions you have.